Bear with me just a minute. It's late at night, so I have to get the link. Sorry, the time of night doesn't matter. I don't know why I said it like that. I will at least say while I get the link set up that I did not expect to be streaming at midnight. I really did not actually expect that at all. I was quite unprepared for a midnight release, but here we are. There's the link. Earbud failure. 1 second. Okay, did that fix my problem? Hello, am I back? Am I back? Sound. I sure don't like that sound. Okay, we're good. Um, okay. One. Make sure that one goes up first. Please work with me. I need to remember to enunciate. Just because it is late at night doesn't mean that I can afford to be quiet. Okay, there we go. Posting. Sorry, this is being slower than normal. Number. Okay, and there is our final link. Okay, there we go. Okay, okay, let's talk. But let's talk on the menu the right way. Oh, oh, this feels a little transcendental. And we're gonna have to talk about a little bit more than just getting straight into it. I apologize for that. Should we watch the original intro? Just for old time's sake? Should we do that? Yeah, because there's a new intro, and we're gonna appreciate that too. But you know what? Let's get ourselves back into the vibe. Even though this is a decidedly different vibe than what we're heading into.
Crazy how time flies when I wonder if the path is in the right direction. But I do believe things come to light by accident. When your name's on, sounds like it's meant to be.
Wake up, mistakes made when things fall apart. What matters at the end is how you left them all. Fire in my soul, fire in my heart. Till you see me on the other side of stars. I'm going.
Oh, the journey starts from where we did first step. No one's sure what lies ahead before the breath. Rose maybe, rough and tough, the way we live somewhere.
Nothing easy, get up and go, get it go.
Sometimes this journey is about cliches, not about the destination, not over us. No matter how
Oh, hey, YouTube. Let's talk first. We have a bit to talk about because I need to treat this as a direct continuation of the original playthrough, which means, for the sake of continuity, I'm going to act as if the last thing you saw was me in the epilogue session. You didn't. I'm assuming you didn't see Astro the other day, which, by the way, was a bizarre, unexpected lead-in to this. So I guess that's a thing to keep in mind. This is I'm in a decidedly different vibe than I expected to be, mainly because I really did not expect this to drop at midnight. I was very unprepared for that. I was kind of just letting myself mellow a little bit. And then I saw someone tweet, like, time to get in it. And I was like, wait, what? That person is not in New Zealand time zone. Oh, God. And then I went and looked and it's there. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like I said, we're gonna act as if you just went from that playthrough just straight here on the playlist, because most likely you would have, VOD wise. So we should talk about my life a little bit, just a little bit, because obviously this game is deeply special to me, both the original and this one, and my life has pretty dramatically shifted. No, we're not doing the intro again. Pretty dramatically shifted since the end of that playthrough. Firstly, my audio quality probably sounds drastically better if you just came from that playlist. I got the Pulse Explorer earbuds as well as the Elite headset during the FF7 Rebirth playthrough. It was somewhere around the 7th or 8th session. I got those live, like in the box during the stream. And so I sound a lot better. It's something you'll probably notice right away. Two, when I last streamed, you might recall, I had people are tuning in and then tuning out, and that's fine. I understand. I'm just talking. I get why people might want to not care about what I'm saying right now, but it matters. When I finished that playthrough, it was February, obviously, when it came out. I streamed for what I believe was, I'm not going to take a guess without looking. It was a lot of days. It was most of that month. This will obviously not be quite as long, but it's going to be big either way. There you go. I lived with my mom still. And I mean, it's been said on stream already, but my mother put me in some unfortunate debt, and one support worker led to another, and now I am living in, it's not quite assisted living. It is assisted living, I suppose. There are full-time staff that are keeping watch on me all day in a positive way. They help with food, they help with keeping me sane, they help with figuring out all this debt and these bills and all these awful things that were put on me that I didn't really have a lot of say in. A lot of things were put in my name that I didn't understand. A lot of things were put on me that I couldn't do anything about. I didn't really understand most of this until I think it was July. Like I said, one support worker led to another, and now I'm here with my cat. I live alone, minus a full staff of people that rotate every day. They're all very nice and sweet. I think they're all fantastic. They take a lot of good care of me. I often question if I'm quite deserving of this, or if I'm getting maybe too much more than I should. I question a lot if I'm getting something I know I'm getting something that a lot of people would kill for. I didn't think I would get it. I actually wrote off that I would get it when a support worker said they were going to try. I pretty much accepted that it would never happen, and I wrote it off because I had already succumbed to the idea that I would be stuck in that living situation for many, many years, despite the help of a wonderful friend that I hurt. We're going to leave that particular topic there. There's no need to go further than that. Um, but I made a lot of mistakes this year. I made a lot of mistakes in life, and I was taken advantage of in ways that were profoundly deep, cataclysmic, and hard. And I don't think anybody that's watched this playthrough, the original 25 parts, would have ever made it through it without picking up that I was autistic. Imagine anyone managed to do that. That would be quite surprising if anybody managed to make it that far and not pick up on that. But I'm here now. I'm alive. I have a chance to rebuild and start over. I have an ability to do something I've never had before, which is breathe and collect myself and figure out what life even is. And part of the reason that I'm bringing this up now, here of all places, despite it maybe seeming like a very odd place to spill a lot of this, is that I think I have been drifting a lot, and I've been scared, and I've been terrified a lot that I don't deserve to be here, that I shouldn't be. Most days I sit and I ask myself why I deserve to be here, let alone in this place, this building, with these wonderful people that are taking care of me, let alone any of those things in a building with a roof over my head, electricity. I wouldn't say bills are taken care of, it comes out of my government check, but I'm having to figure out money for the first time. For the record, before you ask, I bought the expansion pass back in March, the minute it was announced. Before you ask. I quite a few games were purchased in advance, well before the move. I've been here a month. It's not been long. Beginning of August was actually a situation of being told, hey, you got in. You're going to get to go to this place. You have about a month. And I was like, wow, that's incredible. I can't even believe that. Do I deserve that? And before I had a chance to process that, I got another call back that said, actually, you have a day. You have a day. We're coming right now to get you the fuck out of there. And I want to be clear real quick, even though she's not watching this and she will not watch this. I don't know. I'm putting it right at the start. Maybe she will. Maybe she'll see I like. I definitely don't hate my mom. She did everything she could, but she made a lot of bad choices too. And I can't change those choices. I can't change that they're going to affect me for the rest of my life. But maybe it's naive of me, but people make mistakes, even ones that destroy a person. And every day I struggle with what it means to be alive and what it means to change and grow and to move forward. And that's important to talk about in advance, because what is Persona 3 about if not acceptance, growth, accepting one's end, and what the value of life is I I don't think there are many pieces of anything that have touched me the way this series has, but this game specifically. And for the record, there was a bit of a cultural reappropriation of this game in the following months. It seems like some people have kind of turned on it, but also that's the Persona community for you. It seems like the majority of people outside of it are still in love with it. For the record, the game is absolutely perfect. I can't think of a single thing wrong with it that I would genuinely change. It is a dramatic step up over the original, not just in visuals, but in content and tone and writing. It fixes a lot of the holes and issues I had with the original, minor as they were, and it elevates it into something even more beautiful than it already was. And not just in making it prettier. That's the least important thing that it did. Um, and yeah, it can't be said enough that this game is a work of art. It's easily my game of the year, even after Astro. Although, man, did that give it a run for its money. If you are coming from that playlist into this, it'll be one playlist. I'll have this in the same playlist as Reload. If you're coming to this between, maybe consider looking at the Astro LP. It's not that long, and it's so good. I did not expect to tear up at the end, but I did. Um, so, with all that out of the way, because I do think it was very important to say these things, to talk about how my life has changed, how my existence has altered. It's like I'm also grabbing a popsicle real quick because it's late. So if I get choppy, you know what. Um, I could sit here for a long time. One second. I could sit here for a long time, and tell you that life has been hard. Life has been dramatically challenging in ways I could hardly describe on stream, let alone my heart. And it's been a rough 6 months, to say the fucking least. Um, but I'm still here. I'm still here. And I well, at least for the foreseeable future, I'm not going anywhere, even if I still frequently question if I should be here or not. In fact, the question on my mind most recently is, why should I be here? Have I ever deserved to be? And I don't know the answer to that. But throughout the course of this, we will be asking a question. I swear to God, I know what it sounds like I'm leading up to. And I am leading up to that, to be fair. But it's more than just about the thing we're about to play. It's also about me. What does it mean to go forward in life when you've lost the most important thing in your world, the most important part of it? I wish I could tell you that that's just me waxing poetic about the themes of the thing we're about to experience, but the truth is that's actually a question I've been wrestling with a lot. It's not just about Aigis. It's not just about these characters. It is also about me. And who knows? This series has always had a way of rooting its way into my brain. So maybe this won't just be cathartic. Maybe it'll be, why did I say it like that? Cathartic. Cathartic. Maybe it'll also be a little therapeutic. Maybe it'll be what I need. Maybe it'll be something beautiful. For the record, I have played the original answer. Oh, well, okay, actually, that's not true. I've not played it because I tried to. I do have FES on disc. Although, to be fair, I've never used that disc. I bought it well after I played P5, well after it would be useless, and my PS2 would need different cables and all that shit. But I do have a physical disc. Not that I'm able to use it, but I played FES on PS3. And I did try to do the answer there, but if you're not aware, the answer does, like, it mandates you play the game on hard, which I could never play FES original on anything higher than easy, because back then that shit was fucking crazy. I've obviously, you saw me play this main game. You saw me play the main game on hard. Like, I can do it when the mechanics are fleshed out. Not that the original wasn't fleshed out. Someone's gonna stab me in the throat for that. Just they're a lot more in depth. That's all. I will also at least quickly say, even though this is not going to be a 130-hour epic like the original playthrough was, the answer is more of a 30-hour kind of thing. We are still obviously scaling up to a much bigger stream thing. And my last viewer left. That's fine. I get it. You're like, God damn, just fucking play the game already. Jesus. I get it. I know. We're almost done. I promise. Yeah. So this is a shorter thing. I've watched the answer on YouTube. I was not able to finish it because it's fucking hard. But I watched the whole thing online. So I have seen it, but it has been a long time. So this might still be a little fresh. You know, also they've probably changed things about it. So, and I've been told that there's a lot of dialogue tweaks and stuff like that. I'm not gonna run the original cutscenes next to it. Well, maybe. Actually, now that I've said that out loud, now that I'm like, oh, that's actually a pretty decent idea. So I'll maybe do that. But let me open up my reload guide now that I think about it. The written one I was writing in the original playthrough. I don't know how much there will be to write or add into it, really, because a lot of the stuff in there was like social life stuff. But, you know, maybe there'll be stuff to mention here. Couple things to mention before we head in, just so you understand if you're not familiar with the answer. The answer is a purely dungeon crawling experience. Social link stuff is gone. Now, to my understanding, there is actually a little more of it kind of sprinkled in than in the original version. Like, they've added some social stuff. I don't know what capacity. There's no time thing in it, right? There's no calendar, so there's not like anything like that. So in terms of futzing with our schedule, we will be doing less. None of that, actually. But I'm curious. I don't know what they've done to filter in some dialogue stuff that didn't used to be there. I'm very curious. I'm very excited. I really want to see a version of the answer that is a lot better. Because I actually think the answer's plot is pretty good, like the original version. There's a lot of really great stuff in it. Its biggest flaw is just that it's unnecessary. The original game's ending is so perfect. It's so hard to go past it emotionally. But I also think, especially these days, I kind of agree that it's kind of unnecessary. I used to think it was unnecessary. Now that maybe it's that I've grown. I believe the thesis is important. It's an important part of the grief process, is the aftermath. You can't really talk about death without the grief afterwards. So, in a sense, I don't really know if I agree with my old take that it's an unnecessary addition to the end. For the record, also, this is an epilogue story. This is set directly after the end of the game. So, there will be spoilers for the base game. I'd like to assume anybody that's watching this already knows that, but I feel like I should say it out loud. If you think you can just jump straight in here, we are going to spoil the fuck out of the end of the base game very soon. Like, the minute I hit change episode, the gates will come off, and I will start talking about everything. If you have not finished the main game, get the fuck out, okay? Just this is not a side story. This is an epilogue. This is a continuation. Just making sure we're all good on that. Like I said, this is a pure dungeon crawling experience. Social Link stuff is out. But to be fair, I've loved the main game's combat. Loved it. I loved Tartarus in the main game. I thought it was fucking fantastic. And fuck's sake, you could look at the streams. I willingly went to Tartarus more than I had to because I just wanted to be there. Like, I couldn't believe it. They did it. Yeah. I think we're pretty much good at this point. Obviously, I clearly had a lot to say. We're almost hitting 30 minutes, and I haven't even hit the button yet. But, I mean, this game means the world to me, and I couldn't not say these things, you know? Obviously, we're going to do absolutely everything that we can do in this DLC, but I imagine since it's battles, it's going to be a little harder to... Again, the main game's like 80 hours, but I ran 136. So clearly, I have a habit of going way over, one could say. Oh, just another 55 hours on the clock. You know, but no big deal. So yeah, we'll probably go over on this. I feel like there's probably something else in my head that I have to say, but we will have time for it. And also, it's fucking past midnight. I did not expect to be streaming this at midnight. I did not know it would be a midnight release. So the time that I have to do all this is relative, but please understand, I knew for months, or I've known for the last month when I booted this up, I was gonna have to talk about all this. I can't just not talk about all this stuff to do with what's changed in my life and my living situation and how dramatically things have changed since February, you know? But yeah. Oh, I should also, sorry, yes, this was the other thing. It's quick, don't worry. As if I could avoid it, I will be streaming Metaphor Fantasio. I finally made that decision. I'm going to, I know I said after Rebirth, holy shit, that was too much. I can't do this. I can't keep doing this. But Metaphor Fantasio is essentially Persona 6 in every way that matters. It's the team that made this game, well, technically not the remake, but they made P3, P4, and P5. It's P6 in every way that matters until P6 actually comes along. In the same way that I'm going to stream P6, you know it's going to happen. So it is what it is. Also, I'm just going to say right now, I kind of do have ambitions to stream Persona 4 Golden and also Royal in their entirety in the same way I did these games, just for the sake of completion, even though those are not blind, obviously, but I feel they're important to me emotionally to get on film. Although I'm still really proud of the 6-hour Persona 5 Royal spoiler cast I recorded on this channel many years ago, that you can go find in playlists. I'm so proud of that. 6 hours, me meticulously going through notes about everything I could have ever wanted to talk about B5. And yet, now it's been like 4 years since that, and I don't remember everything I said, so I probably could do it pretty fresh. Okay. With that all out of the way, because it is 4 seconds from hitting 30 minutes. For fuck's sakes. Let's get into it. Oh, they're doing the new intro now? Okay. I'm shutting the fuck up. I love it. I think it's a banger.
show how I feel anymore. I think I'm homesick, but I don't know how to go back to place that's gone. With a change of winds, my heart fell and I can't find it. Feeling empty, spending days and nights in silence, 'cause no one can explain how I feel in my mind. And I don't know what I am, but I miss myself, 'cause it's not me anymore. How can I move on without me?
How to walk alone and be strong. Live things like silly as cologne. This painful reminder that it's gone.
It feels like my heart's suffocating. How do you make amends when you come from me? Come with the wind. I don't know if it's so lost, nothing makes sense to me. I'm so numb, so lost without you.
Oh, oh. Like I said, I think it's a banger. To be completely clear, though, it's a very different tone. And I get why some people would not think it's as good as the original intro. I don't think it's as good as the original intro, but I think it's great. It's also the correct tone for this DLC. It is the correct tone for this DLC. Give me one quick second. Sound test again. Okay, just making sure my sound's still on. Oh, I realized during that I did all that talk and prep and walking into the kitchen to do stuff, and I didn't fill my drink, which I'm already at the fridge, so like, don't even worry about that taking long. Oh. Oh, that popsicle gave me a little bit of a borp. That's okay. I'm trying to remember the name of this track, because this is a track from the original. Is this this is this the Brand New Days? Oh, I could pop this open in my phone and check it, but I feel like we've already done too much. Tell you what. Oh, it runs this again. Oh, good. Tell you what, I gotta pee. Watch it again. Might as well. I didn't mean to stop the intro. I'm sorry. God damn it. Okay, just bear with me. Fuck. Okay. Give my earbuds a quick second to stop sounding like shit for a second. Audio tests. All good. Why did it sound a little chunky there when I listened to it just there, but I'm sure it's fine. Okay. Wait. My door locked. No, it's not. Good. That would have been awkward. Okay. All right. Once again, a portion of your existing save data can be carried over when starting. A portion. That's very specific. It's interesting. People are leaving the stream as I'm actually starting. By carrying over save data, you'll be able to use any costumes you previously obtained as well as your Persona Compendium. This, unfortunately, kind of sucks because now that I think about it, there are a couple costumes I didn't grab. Like you pick them up from the dorm, and I don't know if this DLC will like the Velvet costume specifically in the second wave. Like I got that DLC, but like I obviously couldn't go back to the dorm on a clear save. So like I wonder if I'll even have those. Kind of rough. You'll be able to use any costumes you previously obtained as well as your Persona Compendium. Note that your Persona Compendium data won't be able to be used on the highest difficulty, Heartless. Really? They're calling it Heartless. Furthermore, you will not be able to carry over save data later or redo the carryover using a different save. Which means there will probably be some costumes left out. Cannot be carried over from the network slot if you wish to carry over this data. Wait, what? Please use a regular save slot. No, do not proceed. I did not mean to do that. Just give me a minute, guys. Just chill. Just chill. Make sure that none of this stuff needs to be changed. I assume it keeps on my original settings, right? I can't imagine it would. I think it's gonna be okay. Yeah, okay. Seems mighty fine to me. The data cannot be carried over from the network slot. There, we gotta go. Carry over the save data. Okay, so yeah. Unfortunately, I can't carry this over because it's both wrong and it's also it doesn't have everything I need. I don't. Wait, what's the day on it? Oh, I didn't even think about that. I guess I could have used that save and just I could have loaded this and then I could have just played the last four or so hours of the game, maybe skipped cutscenes, then redid my clear save so that I could get the costume, but I didn't think about it like that. Also, I didn't know, so why am I beating myself up for it? Anyway, starting this new game with save data carried over. Oh, something else I should also mention is that I said I was, of course, going to play the game a bunch of times, and I was probably going to replay it once before episode Aigis came out. Well, actually, I don't know if I said that directly because they actually announced episode Aigis after I finished the game. Like, I finished the game on stream before they announced it. So I might have not said it exactly like that, but like the point is, I always intended that when I came back, it would be that I was going to play it again, and I haven't actually. I have not gone back and played it again. This is not intentional. This is just sort of how things went this year because it's, as you can probably tell from the story. Yeah, things have been a little rough. But that's okay. I'm excited. And maybe there is something neater about going through this again later when it's all there, as opposed to coming back later. Now, I have been told that they kept a lot of the most controversial stuff about the answer's combat. There's apparently bosses that can like dodge their weakness, like have a high chance to dodge their weakness, which is, whew. But hey, if we're here for the battles, and if that's what we're doing, and it's meant to be a more challenging DLC, and they wanted to keep that, then I say we stick with what we did the first time around, and we go on hard, because that's what we did for the base game. So don't see any reason to dial it back, even if this means having to redo some stuff. Frankly, if it means having to redo some stuff, even better. So yeah, that is my suggestion. We're gonna do this on hard. Off we go. Velvet bookmark. Following DLCs were detected. Asagami High, Fusion Academy, Phantom Thieves costume set, Velvet costume, and feature. Oh, a Velvet costume. There you go. All good. No worries. Uh, oh, wait. I was going to mention something about one of the Phantom Thieves costumes that's been added, but for the sake of maybe not spoiling, even though it'll be pretty quick into this, I'm just not going to mention what's going to happen in a minute. Again, better to just let it play out on its own. Oh, also, I should mention that they've added. So what you might recall in my original playthrough, I said that my only real issue with the game at this point was the lack of. I was happy with the bonus music selection, but not being able to change the music in the dungeon itself was a real drag, and that while I do like the Tartarus music, it does drag, and that was a little unfortunate. Great news. They patched the shit out of that. Actually, the DLC wave that came with all these costumes and this episode, I guess, was also it was a they also added a shitload of music that you can rotate with the dungeons. Actually, in today's patch, they also added the ability to not only to bisect whether or not the music changes on bosses or in regular fights, which is awesome. And they added a favorites button, so you can including the ability to favorite the default music, so you can freely mess with the music in any way you want. And there's a ton of tracks from the rest of the series, including 4 new ones that were added in this DLC, that make the dungeon exploring a lot less rote. So while the fights were already a highlight and I loved them, now the actual dungeoning will be a little bit less mute. We'll let the regular music rock for a bit. We'll keep it in the rotation, but we will be tweaking with that a lot. You'll see me tweak a lot of those settings. It's a very, very wonderful thing. I'm so pleased. But a lot of people were grousing about the season pass. It's everything I frankly wanted. Oh, I guess I'll just address the elephant in the room, because I talked about it a lot in the original playthrough, and it's probably better to do it before we start. No FemC. It sucks. I was wrong. But I have been pretty profoundly wowed at how open and honest the team was about it, and how heartbroken they are that they couldn't get it to happen, and how unfeasible it ended up being. I've never seen a dev team be as open about and genuine about their desire to put a thing in, and how they knew they were letting people down because it's just not feasible. I've never seen a level of this DLC almost didn't happen. They were very adamant that the answer needed to be in the game, because it's the end of the story, right? It's the real end of the story, and that's fair. And of course, they wanted to prioritize the canonical ending of the story rather than a additional route, essentially. But also, FemC would have cost 8 times as much as the answer did, and the answer nearly got canceled to the point where the director of the overall series right now, not Hashino, he's the one who did 3, 4, and 5. I think Katsura. It's not coming to me right now. Hashino. No, that's I just said that. That's the other guy. That's the last guy. The current director of the series. Either way, said, I will literally code this shit myself. The answer has to be in. I will not allow it to not be in. It needs to be. It needs to be there. It's the end of the story. It matters. And Sega gave them deadlines, as they do with a lot of things. If you're not familiar, Sega's pretty strict with deadlines. And they had a one mandate. If you want to do the answer, it needs to be out before Metaphor. You cannot have that hype cycle interfering with Metaphor's hype cycle. You can't do it. I think that might be a little unfair, but business-wise, I also understand it. This dropped the month before Metaphor. It needed a month at least to breathe. Any later, and I think Sega would have canceled it outright. And that's unfortunate. But it's clear that the team is heartbroken they couldn't do Femsi and Kotone. They clearly wanted to. It's not a matter of not wanting to. Also, some weirdos really want to make it that Atlas hates female protagonists, as if they didn't just spend the last 6 months making us a DLC that I'm about to start with a female protagonist. But whatever, I'm splitting hairs, I guess. People get really mad when I say that one. As if I'm somehow wrong. Like, both of these things can be true. Like, no, they don't hate ladies. Like, I guess this, anyway. It's unfortunate, but it's not a case of a team that didn't want to do FemC. They desperately wanted to, and Sega just would not give them the ability to. I believe the term thrown around was wildly cost prohibitive. And again, this DLC almost didn't happen because of, like, those Sega mandates and those deadlines. Had to get it out before Metaphor or it wasn't happening. And if this one almost didn't happen, I'm just thankful we even got this. Obviously, I would have loved to have that in there as well with FemC, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's the chance that they'll spin back around and let the team that did Aigis do a sort of secondary edition of this game that includes it, because I think the amount of content it would require a new box release. But Atlas has actually said that they're done doing that. Like SMT5 was the last one, and the only reason that they did it is because it was a matter of getting the game off the Switch. Like, that's... Like, I saw some people being like, some people are getting real fed up with the way that Atlas is doing this with SMT5. I said, shut the fuck up. It was trapped on Switch. There's no argument for why this one wasn't necessary. Like, yes, yes, they absolutely needed to do that port, the Vengeance port for SMT5. Obviously. It needed to get off the Switch. There's no argument for that. It's stupid. Get your head out of your ass. Think for even a second. That's all I ask. But yeah, apparently Atlas is not doing that anymore. They're going to opt outside of cases, I imagine, like that, where a game was stuck on one platform and they want to actually get it everywhere else, right? This DLC we're playing right now is Atlas going, we're going to do DLC from now on. If we're going to do a secondary edition, it's not going to be a full box release. Which, I'm going to be honest, I actually think that's a bad choice, because I really value content being on a disc, and the idea that what I'm about to play is not on the disc hurts me. I hope that they still put out hey, here's a boxed release that also has episode Aigis on it, and I will buy that, because that matters to me, that it's on the disc. Like, fuck's sakes, I spent $200 earlier this year, when I had money, on an Outer Wilds Collector's Edition, because I wanted it and its DLC on a disc. It matters. So, yeah. Personally, I hope that they still do re-release this game. Not as a brand new edition or anything like that, just a new disc. Just reprint it, Persona 3 Reload plus the answer, whatever they want to call it. Doesn't have to be a big fancy re-release. It's just a reprint with the new stuff on the disc. That's all. But anyways, so yeah, we've now addressed that, and we will never talk about FemC ever again. That's a lie. I'm sure we'll end up talking about her at some point. But just, yes, they wanted her in desperately. They really tried. They didn't not try. I was deeply moved at how open and honest that team was about, like, we really don't want to break people's hearts on this. We want this to happen. It's just not possible. This DLC was almost canceled, and it's drastically less work than that. That's how impossible it was. Ugh. Okay. We've done all the preamble. Holy shit, it's been 50 minutes. Let's actually play the video game. Didn't it just do this? Oh! Hey, episode, I guess the answer BGM. Wonderful, because I want to see, because I believe what that one is they've added in the original version of P3. Actually, I don't remember if this was in Fest. I think it was just P3P. They had 4 tracks that you could play in the dungeon while you were dungeon crawling to kind of like spice things up, and they were tracks from the first 2 games. And they've actually done new versions of those tracks for this DLC, and they're really, really good. They're really, really good, even though we're not going to talk about Persona 1 and 2 because no one wants to hear me talk about those games. So,
This ordeal. It may be that we brought it upon ourselves.
in a million years, by the way, I didn't expect anime scenes for this DLC. So that's awesome. We're back. Oh, her with the new C's logo looks really nice. Or the new armband, right?
The fact that a future exists is not a guarantee that all will have access to it. It's something so obvious, and yet we did not understand it. There was little we did understand. We didn't know how to use the key to unlock our future.
All right. God damn it. I left the kitchen light on. Ah! Always something. It's already off. Okay. My apartment is... I have a lot less distance to cover if I want food. Let's put it that way. It is a nice place. It is. I said it earlier in the stream, but it is a very nice place that I live in now. I am safe. I'm happier. Well, maybe that's an exaggeration. Not because of anything to do with the living situation. The living situation is wonderful. The people are wonderful. The staff are wonderful. They've taken wonderful care of me. Everybody's wonderful. Just, I don't know. Like I said, I have a lot to think about and worry about. Anyway, sorry. Now we're going to retread old ground. Let's go. Before everything changed, March 31st, 2010, 1:30 p.m. Which,
Hello?
for anyone keeping track, or not keeping track, rather, this is about... I believe the main game ends on March 1st. So this is, the end of that month.
Hey, Yukari-chan? It's me.
It's good to hear everybody again.
Are you coming today? Oh, didn't you see the message I left on the board? I have cram school today. I know, but... I already left my stuff at the dorm, so there's no need for me to be there in person, right? I suppose not, but are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, sorry, break's almost over. I gotta go. Tell everyone I said hi, okay?
Aww. I forgot how gorgeous this game was.
Yukari-chan's not coming after all.
Sonata-san said he'd be training at the gym, so I don't think he's coming either.
It was clearly very easy for me to forget how wonderful the presentation of this game was and how much of a step over like P5 it is, because again, I played it once in February, really thought I would play it at least once again before now, but like, again, I said this during the original playthrough, but like, in every way that matters, this is Persona 6. Even though this is also what I say for metaphor. But like, This is the first Persona game that was designed from the ground up for the PS4/5 gen. People forget. P5 and Royal, because Royal is built off that base, is a PS3 game at its core. And you can see it. It is. And that's fine. That's not a knock. It's one of my favorite games of all time. My cat is named after that cat. Like, don't come at me for this. Like, I love it. But it is a PS3 game in every way. And it's clear, even on the PS5 version of Royal, when it runs and looks like a dream. But there is a visual step up in animation, in models, in presentation in this game that is massive. And it is a great sign for P6. Because, of course, this will be that too. By the way, multiple times P4 Remake has leaked, although since this release, but to be fair, it has always leaked in a, like, it's gonna be after P6 kind of way, which is fine. Like, I don't mind that. That's probably the right way to do it anyway, you know? P6 is not far, by the way, guys, if you're not aware. Like, that game is not far off. Atlas is absolutely of the understanding that at this point, you announce your shit when it's done. Fuck's sakes, that's what they've been doing with Yakuza for a long time. What they've been doing with this series. This game was what? What was it? It was E3 to February. It was 8 months from announcement to release. Like that's what you should expect for P6. It's gonna be, it's real, and it's coming in like 6 months. Like that's what it's gonna be. Now, when that happens, of course, I don't fucking know. But like, we know a lot about P6, at least. Well, sorry, we don't know a lot about it. We know more about it than you'd think. The color is definitely green, by the way, so I win. It's probably going to have a voiced protagonist. Metaphor and Soul Hackers 2 tell me that very strongly, because both of them do. I think Atlas has adopted that. Besides, they always give these games a voiced protagonist anyway, so I think they're just going to commit to that. And honestly, good. I think it's the right choice. But anyway.
Man, what is up with those two? This is the last day we have before the dorm closes down. With all our memories of this place, you'd think they want to see it off together, you know?
It's also...
It is what it is. Everyone deals with things in their own way.
It's also interesting, like, because remember, for the context that these characters all forgot their entire journey together for about, I think it's about 2 months, and then on the last day it all comes back, and now they've had to reappropriate those memories over the course of this month, but also while dealing with immense grief, because, like I said, spoilers. Yuki is dead. Yuki passed away on March 1st. He's dead now. He's not coming back. And we're going to learn quite a bit about what exactly that meant, what happened there, and the specificity of his role going forward. Which isn't to say he has one, to be clear. Just because, to be clear, I'm not spoiling anything. He's dead. He's fucking dead. But we have places to go. Let's put it that way. I don't remember everything from the answer, but I remember a lot of it. So, you know. Also, how could I forget the big stuff at the end of it? It is big stuff.
It's up to each of us to choose our own path from here. We can't deny them that.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Besides, I can hardly blame them. Things have only been getting busier. If I didn't have to reclaim these, I may not have made it here myself.
Guess it's finally time to say goodbye to our evokers. Kinda bums me out, but it's not like we got a use for them anymore. Let's see, 2, 4... Oh wait, how many are there supposed to be?
By the way, I'm gonna say it right now. We're all the way in September now. I feel very comfortable saying that I think Zeno's Junpei is the best performance of the year. Of the year. Easy. It's the vocal performance that I think about most frequently as like, wow, God damn, everything he says is perfect, which is great. Because Junpei deserved that. He deserved a much better voice than what he had previously. Obviously, we're not getting into that again. But the farther away we are from that, the better.
Aigis.
Why did you have
This
one?
is all of them.
Oh, gotcha.
Huh? You had one too, Aigis-san? That's right. You had his for safekeeping.
Hmm. I wonder if they'll ever mention. I wonder if they're ever going to mention the name that I put in the original campaign, or if they're just going to say him. Like, I wonder if they read that from the original file, or if they're just going to him the whole time. I'm curious. Probably him. Probably just going to him.
Hey, come on. Let's not get all down in the dumps about it. I don't think he would have wanted to see us like this.
Dude, we're in the first. We're barely into the first, like maybe 3 minutes into the first cutscene. It's an hour into the stream. No fucking wonder I got to 20 sessions of reload, dude. Oh man, but I'm happy. We're taking our time. We're having the time of our lives. I am. You're probably like, Jesus Christ, I'll just go watch it somewhere else. But if you're here for me. So.
Sorry. You're right. We've already said our goodbyes. It's just... I can't help wondering... why? There didn't seem to be anything wrong with him. It just looked like he fell asleep. Didn't it? Sorry.
I don't think he would have wanted to see us like this.
I think I spaced out a little, so I want to hear these again.
Sorry. You're right. We've already said our goodbyes. It's just... I can't help wondering... why? There didn't seem to be anything wrong with him. It just looked like he fell asleep. Didn't it?
He must have used up the rest of his power to protect us. At the final battle.
Even just the fact that they do lip sync in this game is like a massive thing over P5. Like, again, this is the sort of stuff they just sort of did lip flaps in P5 and Royal, right? Like, but they're legitimately lip syncing in this version. Like, it's really impressive.
I don't think it's worth speculating on the reasons. The one thing I feel certain of is that he wouldn't have blamed any of us for what happened.
Yeah. Chan's got that right. You know? I'm glad to see you're still hanging in there, Aigis. It really seemed like you cared about him more than anything in the world.
I'm somewhat surprised as well. It's possible I won't feel the full impact until I'm settled back in at the lab tomorrow.
Huh? The lab? Are you planning on commuting from there next semester?
Oh, no,
Aigis is returning to the lab for good. She won't be enrolling as a third year.
Aww.
Well, seriously? Why? It's been fine this whole time, hasn't it?
The decision was mine. I'm sorry I didn't mention it sooner.
Well, seriously? Why? It's been fine this whole time, hasn't it?
The decision was mine. I'm sorry I didn't mention it sooner. I enjoy being with you all, but it's time for me to find my own way of life. Oh. I enjoy being with you all, but it's time for me to find my own way of life. But don't worry, you can come visit me whenever you wish.
Aigis.
Think of it as a new beginning for her. Anyway, we
seem to have gotten off track, but I didn't mean for this to be a sad occasion. I've ordered top quality sushi for us all. Same as last time, actually.
This cast has absolutely taken these characters up into their own. They really, really made something special of it all. They really, really did. Wow, I forgot that this game has the fucking I forgot that this game had game help that just tells you what the fucking like weaknesses of bosses is. I forgot about that. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. It also lets you check the floors. Like, that's crazy. Wow. I totally forgot that this game did that. Wow. That's a great way to see, like, yeah, it tells you strategies for how to beat the boss. Wow. There's no way they did that for the DLC though. There's no way.
We may not have the full team with us, but let's have a nice dinner here tonight.
Oh, that would be great.
Top quality? I mean, no objections here.
See what I mean? Like,
Join in too, right, Aigis?
like it's not lip flaps. Like they lip synced. Like that. Like you could really see it on Junpei there. Like back it up for a second if you don't believe me. Like they're really doing it. Like they didn't do that for
Of
P5.
course. I won't miss this chance to spend more time with you all.
And my TV's big, so like I can tell.
The number of apathy syndrome cases is down from last month, which seems to mark an end to the strange illness. In spite of this, surveys have shown that the public's everyday stress levels remain high, according to an investigation by the Ministry of Health and Welfare.
Was still pretty fucking stressed out. Yeah? How many of them remember the moon that almost crashed?
Whoa, when did it get so late?
It's almost midnight. It's hard to believe we passed the evening so quickly, even without doing anything in particular. I suppose it's because sitting here with you all brings me back to the time we spent together.
I think I know what you mean. I have so many memories of this lounge that I find myself wanting to come back to it.
It's the same for me. When I'm here, I can't help but reminisce on those days.
It's the first time I've heard Fuka again since the original playthrough. And man, it really was the year of Susie Young. Wasn't it? Like fucking her fucking triple punch in the first 3 months of this year of Chitose Fujinomiya in Infinite Wealth, which she was great at, by the way. Yuffie, which is a very different voice from this, which she of course was also great, and then this, which is also obviously very different from the other two. And yeah, wow, it was a good fucking couple of months for her. Like I can't even imagine.
It's funny, since, well, the things that happened back then weren't exactly pleasant.
I get you on the past and all, but isn't there something still off about the present?
Yeah, see, the lip sync on Ken, and the way you can really tell it's not just lip flaps is because there's moments where the lips stop moving entirely, and that's during a pause in actual things that they're saying, like the ellipses, the butt. If you go back and look at it, you can actually see that he does stop lip flapping, and then he starts talking again because they're lip syncing. It's really crazy that they did that. They really probably didn't need to, but they decided to.
I feel like everywhere I go, I see people goofing around like nothing else matters. It's like Strega's dumb ideas never got out of their heads, you know? I mean, is that the kind of world we almost died to protect?
Wow, you've really grown up, Junpei-san.
I don't need to hear that from you.
It's out of our hands, I'm afraid. We may have prevented the fall, but there's only so much we can do to reform society.
Wow, you've really grown up, Junpei-san.
I mean, is that the kind of world we almost died to protect? I don't don't need to hear that from you.
It's out of our hands, I'm afraid. We may have prevented the fall, but there's only so much we can do to reform society.
Yeah, I guess. But still.
I saw someone in the last few months that was there was just morons on Twitter, but this particular instance got to me, and that particular exchange just sort of brought it back. There's a dude that was really getting on P5 for like the fact that at the end of the story, the Phantom Thieves don't like the game's about rebellion, but they don't like the game's about how society has issues and trying to reform and rebel against it and make change, but then in the end they don't actually change society, and they just fight a big god and that's it, and that makes the story feel like it goes against its own themes. And I don't know how to tell you this, person who wrote this. You're insane. You are fucking insane. In the lightest possible way that I could say this. If your perception of media, period, is that like fucking the story is bad because the Phantom Thieves didn't systematically restructure everything about Japan's political structure, as if that's a realistic way to end the story, or like the idea that but they didn't change the status quo. What the fuck? They're teenagers. They're not gonna. They can't just dramatically change the political structure of an entire country overnight, or even in a year. Plenty of people can't do that when they spend their whole lives doing it. Like that's insane. It's the most ridiculous complaint anybody could have. It's so intellectually not even dishonest, just illiterate. like how do I explain to someone that thinks that a story defeated its own themes because they didn't change the entire socio-political structure of an entire country? How do I explain to a human being that is unrealistic in a game about punching God? Somehow that's more realistic than that. Just reforming, like actually genuinely breaking and changing the country's structure. Like, it's just fucking, I can't. It was wild, and that's gonna stick with me for a long time.
And that's all for the weather. At the tone, the time will be 12 a.m.
What was that?
That was the sound of the DLC starting.
Right at midnight. No way. Is it the dark hour again?
Nah, everything's fine out there.
That's not a new portrait, is it? But I don't recognize it. I don't recognize this Junpei portrait, but that's probably just because it's been a while.
Wait, the news.
Good evening. It is now March 31st. Here are the latest news reports.
Huh? The 31st just ended, didn't it? Did the anchor misread the date?
Jeez, man. Is that all it was? Oh, I guess even the news people screw up every once in a while. Really had me going there for a second.
Weird. My phone says it's the 31st, too.
So, like, it's gotta be a false alarm, yeah?
That's a sensible assumption to make for now.
But something felt off.
Fair enough.
It's getting late. We should probably call it a night. I know we wanted to say goodbye to the dorm with a bang, but not like this.
Would it be all right if I return to my room? I have preparations to make for the move tomorrow.
Oh, of course. Good night, I guess.
Night.
I'd best contact Yukari and Akihiko, just in case.
Can't remember how this works in terms
I
of them
close
being
my
outside.
eyes. I remember the last moment I spent with him, the day he fell asleep. We brought him back to our dorm, fear beginning to well up within us, and the next morning, our fears became reality. He was lost to us.
That's sort of that's one of the interesting things about the end of P3. I'm now realizing that P5 is almost like a fucking anachronism in my brain, and that like that's the only way that letter can end now. Um, that like logistically, what actually happened, right? Um, sorry, sound test real quick. Okay, we're good. Is like he just he was on the roof with Aigis in Aigis' arms. They all went up to see him to say, "Hey, we remembered the last year," and he's already gone. Like he's just dead. And the specificity of what exactly happened there. To be honest, I think the very first time I played the game, I didn't even understand. I didn't get it for a minute. Like it took a little bit for it to hit me. But like, no, he's dead. Like he's dead. He's gone. It's not just, oh, the story's over. Oh, he didn't rest. He's dead. You know, like that. Probably because, again, this was the first of these that I played, and I mean, I think for most people it's the correct starting point. Actually, I'd argue it's the only correct starting point, especially now. But like, it's just it's wild. You know, it's thinking about what it means for them is they just find it. He looks like he's asleep. He's gone.
For some time after that, I fell into depression and began having the same dream night after night. A dream where I run after him, calling his name, but can never catch up. When he was alive, I promised to protect him, and I made that my reason for living. But now, that promise can never be fulfilled.
I will always protect you.
Then, one day, my sadness suddenly left me. As if a mysterious fog had lifted, I stopped dreaming, and I now no longer require sleep. It's no use. I can't sleep. Can I really continue living like this? Huh? A butterfly? Huh? What's going on?
Aigis, are you awake?
Yes. The door is open.
Aigis, come.
A butterfly? Can I really continue living like this?
Quick! We need you!
Has something happened? Are we under attack?
It's hard to describe. The lobby floor suddenly opened up, and anyway, we need to hurry to the lounge.
Understood. Come to think of it, that day I stopped dreaming, that must have been when all this actually began. What's going on? Are you okay?
Damn!
Be careful, Aigis. Whatever it is, it's not human.
Someone, whose head hit the wall that hard? It looks like that's a crater from Ken's head. Like, holy shit. Ah. There she is.
A shadow? No, you're impossible. You're just like me?
You're Aigis.
Who are you? Why are you doing this?
I'm Metis.
I've come to protect you.
Protect me?
These people pose a threat to you. Therefore, I will eliminate them.
What are you saying? I won't let you hurt them.
Then I have no choice. I can't let you interfere. It's for your own good.
I actually don't remember what her story is or what her motivation is.
Stand aside.
All right. Episode, Aigis, official begin.
If you back down, I won't hurt you.
I did not remember the design for that at all.
How are you able to summon one too? It is time. This is my
Ah, 1 second. Let me just look up who her voice is. Not just voice. Oh, I guess I just said her name. My bad. Let's see. Interesting. Stephanie Shea was the original voice of the Menace. That was Tharja from Fire Emblem. Yeah, Awakening. That's the one. Gotcha. But what about now? Who's it now? Lizzie Freeman. Oh, she's cute. What else has she done? Let's see. Anything I'm familiar with. Not looking like it so far. Apparently she was in Unicorn Overlord if you played that. I didn't. Looks like she's in quite a few of those Trails games. Someone named Lapis from Trails of the Reverie. Didn't play that. There's someone named Karen in Raincode, which I didn't play. If you play Honkai, she's Sparkle? I don't. Nothing for me yet. Anything I'd recognize her from at all. Apparently she's in Chris Tales, didn't play that. Oh, she's in Near Replicant. As who? I don't remember this character. Aloha? Why is this character not poking out to me? Near Aloha. What is this? Hold on. Who is this character? Oh! Emil's sister. Oh, that's why I barely remember her, because she's only in that one brief flashback. Not even like a whole scene. It's just like a moment. She's in Genshin as Yanfei. Doesn't mean anything for me yet again. Anything in here I recognize? Are you completely foreign to me, Miss? Still not seeing anything, really. She's in Secret of Mana. Then she does a lot of additional voices. To be honest, I would kind of consider that near part additional voices. Yeah, this is probably the biggest thing she's done, I would say. Okay. Neat. Lizzie Freeman. Gotcha.
I can do this. Persona, engage. Persona. Summoning. Persona.
Oop. I skipped a line. I'm sorry.
This is my resolve. Persona, engage.
Combat system offline.
Anime scene! Wow!
Than I thought. So it's come to this.
Again, I did not expect many of these, if any, to be honest.
Even this.
Ooh!
Aigis!
Oh!
I can't move. All threats must be eliminated. I won't let this happen again!
Oh? Uh-huh.
What? How on earth?
I wonder if these anime scenes are actually cheaper somehow, because I was not expecting any of these.
What is... Sister... Aigis, no!
I don't know if cheaper makes sense. Just like, I don't know. I would have expected them to. Again, they had so little money to make this DLC work that it almost got canceled. Like Sega very nearly didn't let them make this. They mandated that the game's entire life cycle had to be done before Metaphor. So this was like a really rough thing for them to actually get out. But they did it because they I think they hired a contractor or like another company to help out basically. So they got it done on time. But yeah, like this very very nearly didn't happen. It happened because the director of the series was like it was vital to him that the end of the story happened. And I mean it's fair. Anyway, awakening to a new power, Aigis' persona Athena has metamorphosed into Orpheus. I actually forgot that's how that worked. Metamorphosing into his is actually very very interesting. Indeterminate.
Huh?
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
I ain't never had no robot bitches in here before.
Very rare guest indeed.
I would say
Are you
so.
human or merely humanoid? It seems your destiny is similar to mine.
That's an interesting way to put it.
Where am I? Who are you?
Forgive my manners. Allow me to introduce myself.
Is Igor a robot?
Igor, and
No,
this
obviously not.
is my assistant Elizabeth. We both reside here in the Velvet Room.
Pleased to meet you.
This place exists between mind and matter. It is a room for those who have forged a contract.
It's funny how 7 years after P5 did the Igor twist, which I'm gonna spoil in 10 seconds, so just be aware of that. Like 7 years after that game did that twist, and you find that that's not the real Igor, and you go, oh right, well he did have a big scary voice the whole time, and then you meet the real one, and he's Kirk Thornton's voice, and that wasn't the old voice, so that twist sort of almost doesn't function the way it's supposed to. But now that they've gone back and done Reload with Kirk, now P5's twist retroactively works a lot better. So it's like, oh yeah, okay. It's funny how that works.
Yes. In awakening to the power of the wild card, you are now bound to a contract. Henceforth, you shall be our guest in the Velvet Room.
Wild card?
Surely you know that of which I speak. The ability to wield multiple personas and their powers. Until recently, a young man with the same talent was our guest here.
Are you saying that you knew him?
Indeed, I did. He achieved a marvelous thing, finding the answer to life.
The answer to life.
The power you have gained is a means to attain that answer.
If I were to find this answer, would it mean my death?
All who live journey in search of the answer, and they find it at the journey's end. If you have close ties to people you call friends, remember this. Strength of heart, when united, is barred by no door. It was the same for that young man, and that is all I can tell you. Well then, I mustn't hold you here any longer. It would appear that an ordeal is about to unfold upon your return.
That feeling again.
I am certain
They're currently hitting you with fucking with shock paddles, girl. What was the last thing he said? Okay.
I am certain you will require our help in the future. It would be best if you came here of your own free will next time. Until then, farewell.
I once made a
Power.
choice to live. So much has changed since then, myself included.
Realized power. Oh, trophy list has been expanded. 1 second, I'd like to take a look at this. For oh, interesting. Okay, all the episode Aigis trophies are hidden. Okay. Well, then never mind. I will not be uncovering this.
If this new power is a sign that I'm drawing closer to life, does it mean that the answer at the end of the journey is death? I was surprised at the time to discover how little the possibility bothered me.
Fucking decked out. Something I want to mention is that over the course of the months before release, this voice cast, despite the fact that they obviously loved their work in the original game, have gone on record many, many times that the answer and the voice work they did here, they think it is even better than the main game. They specifically, all of them have referenced many days where they were crying in the booth while recording this DLC. So I'm very eager to see those performances and see how those shine through.
Aigis! Oh.
Glad to see you awake. You really scared us passing out like that.
Yukari-san.
Mitsuru-senpai asked me to come just in case, and I get caught up in something like this.
Who fucking
Seriously?
who stacked her in like battle gear?
Sorry for worrying you.
Why am I locked the fuck in?
This.
While I was fixing your body, I added some additional equipment. We found some
Oh
strange
good, the
things.
soundtrack's already
There
downloadable.
was no sign that you would wake up, so instead of waiting, we tried everything we could.
There are in fact 21 new tracks on the soundtrack. Let me look at this real quick. Yeah, there's a new. Oh yeah, all those themes I want to hear. I gotta tell you, the final boss theme for the answer, even though I never got to the end myself, but again, I watched it way back when. While I had some issues with the way that the thing was designed originally, the one part of this DLC, of this story bit, I guess, that always stood out to me as like, no, that part's fucking perfect though, was the final boss theme. It's not the Battle for Everyone's Souls. It's not that. It's not. It's nowhere near as transcendent as that. How could it be? You know, how can anything be the single greatest final boss theme of all time? But Darkness, which is the name of the final boss track, is really cool. I love that track. It's really good. So I'm very excited to hear their new version.
I see.
While I was fixing your body, I added some additional equipment. We found some strange things under the floor. There was no sign that you would wake up, so instead of waiting, we tried everything we could.
It still sucks, though, getting bossed around by her like that.
That girl told us, if you want to protect Aigis, you should put that on her.
It seriously looks.
You've had a rough time.
It seriously looks like she grabbed Ken's skull and slammed it into the wall. All of them, to be fair, actually.
No worries here, though. She's on her best behavior now.
Akihiko's performance is the other standout in the game, I think. They were always my favorite characters, so maybe that's a little like biased. But also, to be fair, every single voice performance in this game is dramatically fantastic. They all own these characters now, as far as I'm concerned.
I guess she wasn't lying after all. Anyway, she can't cause any trouble now. We have our evokers this time.
Man, why do you gotta bust things up like that? It's my turn to clean the place today. How about you quit it with the silent treatment and say something?
Huh?
You serious? You were sleeping all this time?
Oh!
Yeah.
You were looking pretty comfy there. Guess you don't think of us humans as much of a threat, huh?
It's just, I was tired after going into Orgia mode, so...
Did you cooperate with them in order to help me?
The reason I came here in the first place was to protect you. You don't need to restrain me. I won't attack anyone anymore.
Why the sudden change of heart? You can't expect us to trust you without an explanation.
Well, it's because... I thought you wouldn't like me if I did.
I mean, there are better ways to go about that.
Let's release her. I don't know if she can be trusted, but I believe she has no intention of attacking us any further.
And I will drop kick the bitch if she does.
And the restraints won't hold her anyway.
Ultra suplex hold, baby.
Seriously? And all those friggin' non-stop shifts were for nothing?
First, tell us who you are and your purpose in being here.
My name is Metis. As you can see, you and I are essentially sister units. In fact, you are the reason why I'm here. I've come to save you from this hopeless situation. My name is Metis. As you can see, you and I are essentially sister units. In fact, you...
Hopeless situation?
Who sent you again? How?
Did something happen while I was asleep? Speaking of which...
Shit. 1 second. Ugh, that's annoying. Okay. Okay. Oh, God damn it, not again. Ugh. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. Earbuds randomly decided to disconnect. It's very annoying. Anyway,
Since our battle...
Speaking of which, How did something happen while I was asleep? Speaking of which, how long was I asleep?
Since our battle ended, I'd say about a day and a half has passed. Yet today is still March 31st. Yet today is tomorrow, and all the days after it will also be March 31st. At this rate, it will last forever. Didn't you feel it? The moment time looped?
Looped? Do you mean what we felt at midnight? Then, are you saying that the same day is repeating itself?
That's not all. We haven't been able to leave the dorm either. That makes 2 ways we're trapped here.
What? But how could that...
Both space and time are being distorted by the abyss of time beneath us.
The... abyss of time?
It's difficult to explain. It'd be easier to show you.
I'll lead the way. Please, follow me.
Please do.
Hey! Who made you the boss?
All right.
What?
This is the abyss of time. It's uncharted territory that I believe spreads underground, much like the roots of a tree.
How could something like this have appeared under the lounge?
At first, the abyss of time was just a small, self-contained space. But then one day, it started growing rapidly and eventually spread to your dorm.
It's clear just by looking at it that this place wasn't man-made. It might be the product of some dangerous power, just like Tartarus was.
Oh, sheesh. Haven't we had enough of that kind of stuff already?
I'm not sure words alone can fully convey what's happening. But the flow of time here is abnormal. That's why time is looping. And why you can't leave the dorm. The only solution is to find a way to somehow eradicate the abyss of time.
Eradicated? How are we supposed to do that?
I've already tried the simplest method that has the highest probability of success. Eliminating all of you.
You know,
The only solution is to find a way to somehow eradicate the abyss of time.
Eradicated?
I've already tried the simplest method. The abyss of time is linked to this storm, as if drawn to it. And for some reason, you are the only ones who can perceive the time loop. Clearly, there is a strong connection between all of you and what's happening.
So that's why you attacked? To eliminate us?
What the hell? We've never even heard of this place before.
If there is another way, it can only be found by entering the abyss of time. You'll have to discover the cause and strike at its source.
So you want us to investigate it under the assumption that we'll have to fight?
That's why I insisted on the extra equipment to protect Aigis.
Hold on. You're joking, right? Are you seriously telling us that we have to risk our lives again like we did with Tartarus?
yep.
Never mind that. How are we supposed to just believe whatever you say and jump into that freaky place blind?
Well, do you have a better plan? The basement of your dorm is an infinite abyss. Time is looping, and you can't reach the outside world.
If we can't leave the dorm, how will we eat? If we're stuck here long enough and we run out of food, are we going to starve to death?
Good questions.
If the current situation continues, things could get worse. This is your only option if you want to survive.
Naturally, we all want to survive, but you attacked us the minute you saw us. You must understand that we can't simply entrust our lives to you.
I'm not even buying your reason for being here. You say you want to protect Aigis, but what's in it for you?
What's in it for me? I'm doing this because I care about her. I mean, she's all I have.
About that, your story doesn't fit the facts. Aigis was the last of her series. No other units were produced after her.
Well,
On top of that, it bothers bothers me that you talk like you've been in the abyss of time from the start. I thought this was supposed to be uncharted territory that was unconnected to the outside world until recently.
Well...
Aren't you supposed to be an anti-shadow weapon anyway? Attacking us humans to save Aigis doesn't make sense.
That's...
You're doing a shit job, girl, right now, girl.
We're waiting. Hope you've got a good answer. You better not be thinking you can get away with pulling a fast one on us again.
You think every time the scriptwriter got the word answer in, they're just like, yeah. It's just like a little, yes. Like, another one.
Enough about me! What good is knowing any of this anyway? Besides, haven't I already told you that there's no time to waste? Enough about me! What good is knowing any of this anyway?
This is a bad answer.
Now follow me.
This is a very bad answer.
Not so soon. Because if you are, you should have just let me kill you in the first place.
What did you just say?
You're right. We may have no choice but to enter this place.
But I will dropkick a bitch.
But if you continue to act this way, we'll have to go on without you.
Huh? Without me? You couldn't possibly. You need me! I know the most about the Abyss, and...
As if. What do you know about what we need?
We all risk our lives for each other. If you think so little of my friends, then you can't come with us.
No.
Might suck, but if that's how you're gonna be, then we'll just leave you here by yourself.
Myself?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, not happy with that? If you'd rather be our enemy, then we can settle things right here.
We don't have to go that far.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please don't be mad at me, Aigis. I'll listen to you from now on. I will. So please don't leave me.
Look, even if you change your tune now, it's not like we're gonna start trusting you.
Still, though, maybe it's true that all she really wants is to protect Aigis-san.
Well, Senpai, should we take her with us? Because if this is our only choice, I just want to hurry up and get it over with.
Okay, everyone, listen up. It seems that once again, we must engage in both exploration and battle. I've been thinking it over, and I believe Aigis should take command. If someone with the power to change personas is in charge, we can proceed the same way as before.
I wonder how this will work with me having the compendium. Like, what's to stop me from just getting Thanatos and Satan? You know, right out the gate, and all those big ones I had.
Mitsuru-san.
What is level progression in this anyway?
If you want to protect me, you must fight to protect us all. Whatever happens, you can't hurt my friends. Can you promise me that?
Yes! I promise!
This better not come back to bite us in the ass.
Hey, Aigis, since Mitsuru-senpai just mentioned it, what's up with you suddenly having his power?
I honestly don't know. When I thought we might lose someone else, I got scared. And suddenly...
Metis, was it? Do you know anything about this?
I just met her. How would I know? Anyway, if you already know someone with that same power, why not just ask them?
Ooh.
If we're going to end up fighting again, we'd better make sure we're outfitted properly.
Well, as far as the school records are concerned, you and I are technically still Gekkoukan students.
Yamagishi, could I ask you to retrieve the armbands from the command room?
Of course. Oh, and as for the things we found when the floor opened up, I put them in the command room. So I'll look into them once I have a chance. Maybe I can learn something.
All right, let's get back upstairs.
Aigis? I promise to listen to what you say, so could I call you my sister?
No. Walks away.
Go right ahead.
Thank you, sister.
Oh, not reading this out loud, I guess. The abyss of time, a strange and mysterious dimension that has suddenly appeared out of nowhere. Until we find the reason for its presence, we'll be unable to leave the dorm. We must begin looking into its depths at once.
Every time I get geared up, my
Ooh!
brain gets into this mindset like, time to get her done.
Ooh! I remember this one now. Oh no, we gotta jam for a minute. Nah. Ooh! Yeah! Come on! Get it! Oh, yeah.
No, actually, I don't know.
Every time I get geared up, my brain gets into this mindset like, time to get her done. You know?
I'm just happy I get a match with my sister.
Got all pouty the moment we changed clothes. I would have thought she just wanted an armband. This doesn't make you one of us, though.
Still, it's a good thing you've got one on.
I'm gonna say something. And I'm gonna say this with the understanding that I was the weak one for a while. Okay? I'm gonna say this understanding that I was the weak one. Okay? Yukari haters are the weakest link. I said it. I was a weak link. I was one of them. I'm better now. And that's all there is to it.
This way, I can get a detailed read on your vitals.
When Menace's theurgy gauge is maxed, her theurgy or Orgia mode can be used. Once Orgia mode is activated, Menace will automatically attack during her turn for 3 rounds unprompted. During Orgia mode, her attack and defense will increase significantly. Even when overheat, this seems like it's no different than Aigis's.
I had some extras prepared, but I didn't expect we would need them again. Well, is everyone ready to start exploring? Are we missing anything?
I don't think so, but I've got a bad feeling about this. Junpei here might not, but what about the rest of you?
Yeah, I can't put my finger on it, but something does feel off.
Agreed. Something's not sitting quite right.
Huh? I'm the only one hyped? Wait, hold up. I definitely feel something. I think maybe.
Yamagishi, have there been any changes to our readings?
Well, I don't know how to put this, but they're indicating that everyone's strength has weakened significantly.
Oh.
Which may prove to be an impediment.
Ain't that, like, really bad for us? Is it because of that abyss of time thing?
I don't seem to be affected. Are you sure it's not simply because you're all weak?
Oh, we're weak, are we?
Save it for later, Akihiko. It's not because of the Abyss. Does it have something to do with us?
We did take a step back from fighting for a while, so that's probably the
Yeah,
biggest
you haven't
thing.
done this in 3
More
months.
importantly, your persona's output
Technically
is currently
4.
unstable, so their abilities are partially limited right now.
Oh, actually, no, 3.
Maybe we just forgot how to fight?
More importantly, your persona's output is currently unstable, so their abilities are partially limited right now.
Does muscle memory even go away? Not that it really matters. All we can do right now is work with what we've got.
Oh, easy for you to say. Aigis, you're nervous too, aren't you?
Oh. Actually, good choices. Is she gonna say it out loud? I'm uneasy.
Right?
Huh.
Seems like it'll be pretty rough.
You have nothing to worry about, sister. I'll be there for you.
Well, now that we've established the situation at hand, I'd like to set expectations a bit before we head out. I should operate on my own to find out whether or not there's more to those materials we found underground.
Flying solo, huh? I guess you are the only one who can identify that sort of thing, though.
I'll regroup with everyone once I learn more. There's something else I want to look into as well, so it's more efficient for the team to progress without me there. Your objective is to see if the Abyss of Time connects to anywhere else besides the dorm. And since we don't know how much time this will take, it's imperative that we secure our supply routes.
Oh, in that case, kinda seems like a job for Koromaru, don't it? I mean, he's sharper than a human, with his sense of smell and all. Yeah? Your game, bud? I'm a little worried about us being weaker than usual, though. So, how about I come with you?
All right, I'll let the two of you handle that
Hmm.
then.
Yeah? Your game, bud? I'm a little worried about us being weaker than usual, though. So, how about I come with
Okay, so we're splitting off the teams a bit, so we're not going to have everybody run up.
Iori, Koromaru, and I will go about our own tasks. Everyone else, follow Aigis' command and focus on exploring.
Interesting.
I'm counting on you, Aigis.
Leave it to me.
That's what I like to hear.
Here's hoping Aigis doesn't suddenly become mute.
Let's head out once you've decided on our course of action.
Hi, bud. Did you have a good nap?
Better get to it.
Oh, he's a good kid, eh? No new names for the other anymore. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Level 20. All right, yeah, I actually want. Oh, yeah, right. The menus are going to be different, aren't they? Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that. So we have Aigis, Metis, Ken, Aki, and Yukari. Everybody else is not here right now. That's so good. Item. Oh, look at that. This is really nice. They actually went to the trouble of doing all the menus again. Musketeer. Okay, yeah, I was curious about that because I was thinking, yeah, wait, in the main game, I guess had Noir had Haru's outfit, so she still has that. She doesn't. I was like, will she get Joker's outfit? Like, is that gonna be it? No, she still has Noir's outfit. Honestly, that's cool. For the record, they've given. I already know this. They've given. Oh, doesn't have it yet. Interesting. Well, I know for a fact that Metis has been given a full suit of costumes to match everybody else's, and she actually has Kasumi's outfit. So that's cool. Persona. It's my new Dawn of a New Tale. Yeah, everybody's level 25. Interesting. That's. Ooh, look at that. That's really nice. Do we have... Yeah, we have Theurges still, so... Yes, she has all of those Theurges. Cyclone Arrow. Interesting. Yeah, they have their standard theurgies. Interesting. Oh yeah, right. They all have different personality traits for how to build their menus. Yeah. After strengthening himself, his fighting spirit rises. Yeah, this is actually written poorly. I got confirmation. I can't remember if I got it after the playthrough or not, but Aki's menu actually does, or Aki's theurgy actually does raise based on buffing and debuffing himself and enemies. And also, sorry, no, it's not debuffing. Debuffing is Mitsuru. He can buff anybody in the party. I know it says strengthening himself, but that is actually a bad translation. That's not actually what it is. Unfortunate. They should have fixed that. Yeah, after healing someone, after summoning a persona. Once his SB gauge is less than half. After being shifted to from Aigis for a drive to protect her sister rises. So after being shifted to, interesting. Specifically Aigis, interesting. Quest is not in the game. Social link's not in the game. Calendar's not in the game. There she is. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I guess there's less menus that they had to. There's 3 whole menus they didn't have to design.
Not good.
Slacking off on training can impact both boxing and actual battles. It's too bad I've fallen out of practice. I'll have to work harder to get back to where I was before. Yeah, so they've actually lost their traits too. I've noticed. Like they have their they have their special traits, but they're not here anymore. So I'm guessing then that probably means that you have to do new dorm hangouts with them to get those back?
Precisely.
It doesn't seem as though this problem will simply resolve itself. We may have to fight. Don't worry. Whatever the cause may be, we'll overcome it. We've already saved the world once, after all. That said, I'll be investigating on my own for some time. I'll leave the rest to you, I guess.
So...
Hi, bud. Yeah, come cuddle. Oh, he's a good boy. I feel like it's not just my persona abilities that were affected. I can't handle my weapon as well as I used to either. Oh my god, he's all over me. No, come here, bud. Come here. Oh, earbud is falling out. Oh. I guess battling is kind of like studying. You have to keep at it if you want to maintain a certain level of aptitude.
Hey.
So that abyss of time down there is what caused all this, huh? Guess we'll have to go in and try to figure this all out. Sounds like there's no one has a clue what's really in there. But that's all the more reason to check it out.
Hi.
I guess there's something I wanted to ask you. Is it possible that you can no longer activate Orgia mode? Yes, you're correct.
Oh, really?
Just as I thought. Something felt off when I was backing up in combat. It didn't look like you were malfunctioning. What could be the reason? Hold up. Hello. There's something, seems to be something tucked away in the kitchen. Where? Oh, Twilight fragments. You better run out of mission. Ah! I can't understand what Koromaru was saying as well as I did before. Really? It seems as though he wishes to head into the abyss of time and explore. I think. Can't understand him as well. Kind of worried about what could happen in there, but Koromaru and I will check things out. Leave findings applies to us. You just concentrate on exploring, Ai-chan.
Excuse me.
Did you need me to explain anything? Tell me about the abyss of time. I believe the abyss is spread beneath us, like the roots of a tree. Basically, it branches out in various directions, going deeper and deeper down. And the area right below us is the desert of doors. Each door there seems to lead to a different place. We should be able to use them to traverse to different areas. Other areas.
Excuse me.
Tell me about your abilities. The weapon I wield is different from yours. It's a melee weapon, It's a heavy melee weapon with some range. My persona's name is Psyche. Unlike you, I can only summon one persona, but I don't lack for sheer strength and determination. You say so? Many of us kept books here. A number of them are gone now. Oh, that's cute. Not for much longer. Aragaki-san used to live here. Junpei-san's room will be moving out soon. This is the room Sonata-san stayed in. There's a fucking energy on it. This was the room. There's energy on it. Something feels strange being here, and the door won't open. Interesting. We'll be leaving soon. My room. Let's see. Anything to see around here? All kinds of decorations on the top. All these consoles are powered off right now. Oh, did he have a good nap? Oh, he is adopting the stream kitty pose. Oh, he's sweet. Door won't budge. It's almost like it's frozen. Thought so. Okay. Just wanted to see if anything was different.
Hi.
Yes. Okay, I'll let the others know. Oh!
Huh? What was that just now? That thing went through this door, didn't it?
What do you mean, thing?
What's going on?
I'm not sure either. It all happened so quickly.
Why not start our exploration here then? Not like we have much else to go on. Couldn't hurt to pursue anything suspicious.
All right, then I'll leave this to you. Be careful in there.
Alright. Ah. Hi, bud. You did good with your eardrops earlier tonight. Yes, you did. Oh, thank you for the sweet kisses. Morgan is a good boy. Okay. Reacts to twilight fragments. Don't have enough. Shame I can't keep all those things. Judeca, Citus, Anatora, Antenora, Cana, Ptolemea, Empyrean, Melbourne. I probably messed all those up. Let me and Koromaro take care of this. We'll find a supply route in no time. Seriously, you can just rest easy with us on the case. I can. Just focus on exploring. No idea what they mean by supply route. Like, what are you gonna fucking find in here? Koromaro-san certainly seems to be in high spirits. I'm with you, Aigis-san. You're not, actually. Oh, I'm not coming with you this time? No, you are. Although, am I even allowed to take her out? I am. I'm just like, nah. Fuck it, but we will. That dark figure from before, it went in here, right? You don't think that was...
I'm so sorry.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get carried away. This appears to be the first door. I wonder what we'll find inside. Well, if we don't go through it, then we can't do anything about the current situation. I suppose we have no choice but to enter. Are you ready? I'll do my best to support you. Alright. It feels like an ordinary building inside. I'm gonna take a quick look. Huh? These readings. Oh no. Shadows. Be careful, everyone. I'm sensing multiple shadows inside. Everyone, assume your battle positions. Someone's comfy. Oh, thank you. So sweet. Jamming, okay. There are new battle themes, by the way. There's a brand new battle theme for the DLC. It's an ambush theme. And I think there's a riff on mass destruction as well. There's a shadow directly ahead of you, though it doesn't seem to have noticed you yet. Aigis, since you're equipped with firearms, I bet you could shoot them from afar. If there's enough distance between you and the shadow, then I don't think they'll notice you. How about giving it a try? Types of attacks and encounters. You can fire by pressing square while exploring to hit an enemy. Doing so will start combat. Striking an enemy from behind will trigger a chance encounter where you have the advantage at the start of combat. If the enemy attacks you first, a pinch encounter. Chance encounter where you have the advantage. If the enemy attacks you first, a pinch encounter will occur, placing a disadvantage. Although you can fire at enemies from afar, this sound may attract other foes. Try to initiate close encounters. Quickly initiate chance encounters to gain the upper hand with easy victories. When Aigis fires one of her weapons, an enemy a certain distance in front of her will automatically be targeted. An auto-targeted unit will be indicated with a target mark. You'll have greater position when firing at these enemies. A certain enemy, okay, in front of them will automatically be targeted. Okay. Hold on, Aigis. Okay, why? The enemy will notice if you get too close. Try pulling back and shooting from afar. There we go. There's the new thing.
Two enemies. They're tough, but we're going first. This is my resolve. Guide us to victory. My enemy knocked down Aigis. I'm ready. Now let it go. Full power. Yeah. And another. Pull the trigger. Come.
One step at a time. Persona!
Oh yeah, this is good.
What's the best move?
What are you actually working with? Ice. Kaza.
Summoning. This is my duty. We're almost there. Target destroyed. I can do this. Persona. Nicely done. This is your chance for an all-out attack. Maximum firepower. Enemy signal destroyed.
All right,
Mission complete.
back into the swing of things. Ooh, off of sprints. Look at that. Gun.
Seize the initiative. The analysis. Persona. Engage.
The best bet would be.
The enemy has knocked an enemy down. Good one.
Finish him off! Don't pull any punches! Justice is served!
All right.
For him.
That's our way forward.
Patrick Jim. All right. Yeah, I. It's funny how way back when I never would have expected to be so excited to play something that's just, hey, you're gonna do the dungeon stuff again, and it's like, no, but the dungeons in P3 are so good now that, like, I mean, you presumably, if you're here, you watch the full playthrough. Like, I spent so much extra time in Tartarus that I probably didn't even need to, because I wanted to. It's as I feared. This place is just like Tartarus, and that thing we saw earlier. I have a bad feeling about this. Please proceed with caution. I'm assuming they still have, like, the clock mechanic, like, where you can catch people up with XP, stuff like that. I am going to... Oh, look at that. That's a good menu. Dungeon BGM. Let me hear this real quick. Okay, yeah, this is the new stuff. Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, this is P1 stuff, and this is P2 stuff. Albeit, these are all brand new versions. But I'm sure you can figure it out from the title. Ah. So, as far as other tracks that they added since release, and we will be, goddammit, they still have that weird way of selecting these. So, since release, they added quite a few extra tracks, and I'll go over them real quick. So it's Revolutions with Suo. I don't remember which ones were in the game at launch. So we're just gonna go through all of them, but we won't go through like tons of bits of them. But yeah, Revolutions Mitsuo from the fucking. I believe this track was also called Shin Mitsuo Tensei at one point, but they changed it to Revelation Mitsuo, which is interesting because, you know, Revelations Persona, the first game. Very good. The Almighty, which was the track in P4 for it was not the final boss. You fight them after the culprit. I almost said the culprit. I don't want to spoil that. Reach Out to the Truth, of course. I'm pretty sure that was there at launch. Time to Make History, which is the golden battle theme. The ambush theme. I'll Face Myself Battle, which is a classic. A New World Fool, which is the culprit's battle theme. The Fog, which is the best song in P4. Bar none. It's so good. For P5, we have Keeper of Lust. I would let the Fog play long enough to get to the good shit, but there's too much battle. There's too much music there before it gets to the chorus. Keeper of Lust, of course. Blooming Villain, the boss theme from P5. Last Surprise. What needs to be said about that? Take Over. A classic. Rivers in the Desert. Y'all the best. Less said about that, the better. Not that it's bad, just, you know, don't want to spoil anything. Throw Your Mask, the royal ending battle theme, which is just perfect. As of today's patch, you can also specifically not have that on during bosses. You might recall there was a boss that I accidentally left it on during the main playthrough, and it got stuck that way, and I didn't want to break the stream, so I just kind of had to live with it. So that fixes that problem, so that's great. Oh yeah, also you can favorite tracks now, so you can specifically have them not pop And you can also set the default if you want to have it also in the rotation. So if you wanted to, say, play the standard battle theme or the standard theme, but also one other theme and have them rotate only those two, you could do that now. So that's great. And they also, of course, added the dungeon themes as well. So there's themes for just exploring. They added... I will come back to these four, don't worry. Backside of the TV. The theme in P4 when you're selecting your party. Game, which is the Mitsuo Dungeon theme. Which is a great one to have in these dungeons. If you want to experience what it's like being a retail worker, they put the Junes theme in here for some reason. If you want to actually have a brain aneurysm while exploring dungeon. This is wild, by the way. This is insane. This is coked out to put us in a fucking dungeon exploration thing. Heaven, which is the not the second to last dungeon. It's the dungeon where you have to deal with I'll be light and I'll say the culprit. That's the easiest way to say it. If you know, then shut the fuck up. Long Way, which is the Naoto dungeon theme. That's a good one. I like it. Life Will Change. Wonderful that they actually put that in there. That's great. Beneath the Mask, which is a little low-key for a dungeon, for exploring dungeon, but it's fine. Kichijoji 1990X, which is, of course, the theme for, well, Kichijoji in Royal. It's a solid theme. This is a solid theme to have in the background here. Gentle Madman, the dungeon theme for the new final dungeon in P5R, aka the single best part of the game. Don't at me. The part that actually carries all the game's themes all the way to the end in a way that just rules. And I believe which is the best song in P5R. Yet also criminally underused. To be honest, the place that... Can I be real? That song, it's the best song. It's the best song in the whole game now. The place it's actually played sucks. I'm not gonna lie. The way it's actually used in game is kind of terrible. It's kind of ass. Like, it's just on the run up to the final boss, and a ton of people, most people, just hit R1 and skip, so they don't even hear it. They hear they probably don't even get to this point in the song. They probably have already teleported up to the boss. That's why I always make an effort to well, no, I'm gonna run up the dungeon and let this theme play because it's the best song in the game. It's so good. They also added some Velvet Room themes in the second content patch. They added Electronica in the Velvet Room, which, if you if you're aware, you might recall that this track was introduced in the Persona 4 Dancing All Night, but it's also the theme in Arena Ultimax when you're selecting characters. There is the T. Koman remix of Aria the Soul. Specifically the P3D edit. It's great. I love this thing. It's really, really good. I'm gonna skip this one for a quick second. This is the version of the Battle Hymn of the Soul that is it's not Elizabeth, it's Margaret's theme in Ultimax. It's great. I should mention that these four tracks are good you can play them as dungeon exploration and battle themes. So these four can also be battle themes, which is great. And they're all suited to both. And the best thing they did, the track that I was most pumped about because I fucking love this version of the song, the Daisuke Sakura remix of Battle Hymn of the Soul from P3D. I'm pretty sure this is a P3D edition. I don't think this existed ahead of time. But either way, this version of the song fucking rules. I am gonna let this play for a minute. I feel like I have an emotional responsibility to do the final boss with this version of it at least once. You know? Not on stream, just for me. The final boss of the main game, though. Anyway, so we will at some point likely be coming in here and shifting around the music just for funsies. But yeah, I wanted to at least quickly showcase all the music because they added, honestly, a fantastic selection of tracks. It is a really great list, and the features that they added to the music menu today, where you can like set favorites and stuff like that, like, and then just rotate the favorites, like just the favorited tracks, just like that. It's great. Like that's great. So you don't have to just do, you don't have to do random, and then you get all of them, and it's like maybe there's one or two, maybe you don't like one or two of them, you know. So you just go, no, I like these ones. I want to use these ones right now. So that's it. That's great. We will at some point be cycling some things in, but yeah, for now, yeah. I would actually like to hear the non-ambush theme. Oh yeah, that's the new version.
Weapons at the ready.
Oh yeah, that's a new version. Are they gonna use the best lyrics, or are they gonna do something new? It sounds like the Reload lyrics, but he's singing them in a different way. Yeah. Those sound like a cross between the Reload lyrics and the Fest lyrics. I need to compare them to notice what's different between each one. What's pulling from where. But yeah. The lack of progress we have made tonight really tells me how the pace on this is going to be, and I couldn't be happier to be back here.
Went well. Enemy spotted.
Prepare yourself. I can do this. One enemy. This is my resolve. No, I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time. I can handle it. I can take care of it. It's up to you. I'll go full power. How can I help my sister?
Poke those weaknesses, see what's up.
In this situation, looks like fire will work great. Now's the time.
Best bet, let's go!
What should I do? Summoning! This is my duty!
Oh, we're back. We're back. I guess I should mention early, I don't know if we'll do, I mean, I'm certainly going to try to do Joker on stream, but I don't know what level of Super Boss it is. If it's the same level of Super Boss as, like, the challenge battles were in Royal with Yuki and you, then probably not, but we'll try. Oh yeah, listen to this! New verse!
Right there. I have to do this. One more. Ready to switch in. Leave it to me. I can do this. Orpheus! That was amazing, sister.
I love how high key it is. All right.
Mission complete.
Trail?
I'll always give my all for my sister.
There it is.
Enemy spotted.
Pay attention next time. Summoning. Persona, actualize.
Good
My
one.
enemy knocked out my Aigis. Leave it to me. It's up to you. Okay? My turn. In this situation. Persona! Alright, it's time for an all-out First, this should end it. Weapon free. All enemies defeated. Good work out there.
That was great, sister.
Okay. I'm already done with the dungeon theme, so let's go ahead and honestly, I'm okay with fully random for a while. No, one thing I will mention before we do this though is that every time a battle finishes and starts, it rotates. It does not keep the same track that was playing earlier. So after each fight, the track is going to switch, and you're only going to hear a bit at the beginning of each one. It's not gonna carry forward when you come back. Unfortunately, that would have been the right way to go about it, but I'm guessing it's a memory thing. The tracks being what they are, you know, it's hard to remember the place it was in. So just be aware of that, is that you're gonna hear a lot of these tracks pick up, and then when we actually start a fight, it's gonna switch to a new one when we get back. So just be aware of that. But already we have a nice vibe.
A treasure chest.
Already this is making dungeon crawling more exciting. Oh, this is nice.
Fully explored now. Good work, everyone.
Did I actually fully explore the first floor? Oh well. It's gone now either way. Oh.
By the way,
See? So just be aware of that, is every time we get into a fight or transition floors, it is going to change. Please keep an eye on everyone's health, and if their health gets low, make sure to recover. As long as we work together, I know we'll be fine. I'm counting on you, leader.
I'm here for you, sister.
Time Castle is the track, right? Yeah. Yeah, make sure everyone's health is good. Okay.
What is optimal? Abnormality detected.
Okay.
I'm still setting up. Pull the trigger. It'll take a little more time.
Okay. All right, I see what y'all doing. Oh!
My head is spinning.
This may actually be... No! Bitch! That's not good. Oh, that's bad.
What's happening?
That's not good.
Better use this.
No!
Come on.
God damn it. God damn it.
What is optimal? No.
I'm ready whenever you are, but stop me, cause I tend to go too far. Watch
I can do this. Persona, engage.
that's how I play it tonight.
Thank you, sister.
Oh!
Sonata-senpai's been knocked down. Are you okay?
Oh, we're getting in there. Oh, we're in there. Oh, we're so in there.
This will do the trick.
Stop!
Here.
I mean, it could be worse.
My resolve.
Oh. Understood.
Get you for that.
Oh, this ain't going well. Stop it!
Use this.
God damn it, they're just throwing away all my money. They're throwing away all of my cash.
Sonata-senpai's confused. Watch out. This will help.
I didn't realize I had items already to solve that. I'm sorry. I figured I didn't have anything yet.
Damage inflicted.
I can get up.
Senpai, no. System failure. Menace, watch your health.
I see. That's not good.
Watch your health.
Okay, y'all need to chill. Y'all need to chill. Chill the F out. Well? Well? That's a good introduction, isn't it? For as long as life exists, so too shall death. The flame of life burns bright, stoked by pain and hardship. Now with the light of life snuffed out, the clock has come to a stop. I actually don't know if this is different from the main game. What is the meaning of life? Alas, the answer shall remain forever out of grasp. Damn. I'm sorry, did it just say the change of difficulty? No, it's still hard. Okay. Hey, bro, that was all our progress. Oh boy. Okay. All right.
What?
Well, all right then. Okay. No, I'm into that. I'm into this. Genuinely, I'm okay with this. This is a good start. I like that. Let's get reacclimated. Let's get those growing pains out of the way. Oh my god, girl. I'm like 1 pixel away from being able to do it. You're fine. Let's get those growing pains out of the way. Let's also remember that this is gonna be harder. Stakes are here. We got stomped by Confused, by the way. My god.
Teamwork has won the day.
I should maybe be willing to travel back if need be. Like in terms of like travel back to maybe save progress, especially in this early portion, you know.
It is time.
Remember that even in the main game there was that portion early on where it's like, okay, we're a little under leveled, so there'll be one of those portions. There might be a little bit of free grinding that has to happen. Not full grinding, but you know, just get ourselves in position. Need to get multiple personas going, especially this early. Hey, did it not save that? No, it didn't actually. All right. All right. I'm trying to think. Is Metis gonna have a permanent spot in the team, given that she's only in this DLC and I can't use her in the main game? I feel like in order to make the most out of her being here, she'll probably just sort of be a permanent rotation.
All right, let's get started.
Man, this part of the track is probably the part of the track that's going to get the most play. Oh!
Oh no, the enemy has the advantage.
I appreciate it. I'm still setting up the best move. It'll take a little more time. I can do this. Persona,
Oh, this is-
Now's the time.
Baby, baby, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh yeah, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Baby, baby, ba-da-da-da-da-da. We need to get as many personas as we can early on, especially early on. That being said, if they're gonna let me have the compendium soon, like, this might be a bit of a different story, you know? Again, I doubt they'll let me summon anything past my level, but yeah.
what should I do?
Give me the crit. That's cool.
Shall I take charge? This is my resolve. My enemy Persona, engage! The enemy sister! Don't hold anything back!
Yeah, this is a great battle theme. Wow. Love it. Love it. I believe it's called Don't. Like, it's just called Don't.
Mission complete!
Alright, let's keep that up.
Look! Tear enemies out! Watch out! They're strong! This is my resolve. My enemy knocked out my gift! Go ahead. Okay, my turn. In this situation... Exceptional sight! This should end it!
There we go.
Enemies defeated! Good work out there! Okay, let's be on our way.
Yeah, this playing here is a weird... That's a weird vibe.
This might be a way.
But I can dig it. Go to the next floor. Okay, no, there's no way to just go out. You cannot return. Well, in fairness, I guess that was a thing in V3 original as well. You know?
I think we've seen everything on this floor by now. You sure know how to explore, sister.
What a vibe! Yeah, being able to fix the dungeon music is, yeah, my biggest thing with the game is now fixed.
Shadow spotted. What's the plan?
Guns are loud, they hear the guns. Okay, that's good to know.
It'll take a little more time.
I'm gonna say probably not. No. Ooh!
Dodge the attack! Nice one! Come!
Accuracy down.
Who's gonna win this? I thought let's go!
What's the best move?
I had a feeling. Oh yeah, we can see her all at attack. Because I guess that'll be new, huh? That's neat.
How did I do, sister?
Anything for her.
I'll always give my all for my sister.
All right. Let's see. Real quick, I want to check something. Yeah, no, Metis does not have costumes that interesting right now. It is admittedly pretty funny to have... Oh, it is a combo! Okay, just like the sword strikes is a double. It is admittedly pretty funny to have the main character running around in Aru's outfit, but it's fun.
I guess that's to be expected from Aigis' sister.
I didn't mean to... No, I wanted to hear that. God damn it.
This shouldn't be a problem.
This is my resolve. No, I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time. Persona!
Ooh!
Situation.
Really, she doesn't have a single target heal. It's just media. Which is probably fair, to be honest, but it's interesting. Ooh!
One step at a time.
Oh, because he's... Okay. Whoa! Come on, pal! Oh, that's not good. Ooh. That's big damage. All right.
Successfully avoided. I just evaded the attack. How can I help my sister? What's the best move? Engaging. This is my resolve. Oberon. Thank you, sister.
Big damage. One foe. Not worth it.
Pull the trigger. One enemy eliminated. All enemies defeated. Good work out there.
I wonder when we get her costumes. Major Arcana card. Okay, so these are back. Good, wonderful. So there's the Major Arcana card, Minor Arcana cards that occasionally shuffle during shuffle time. Major Arcana cards, and also rarely appear. Yeah, actually, we should reread this. It might be different now. Only one of each Major Arcana card can be acquired per expedition. Only one. Oh, one of each. The number of Major Arcana cards that you can acquire in the same trip of this time is also limited. When you've acquired the maximum number of Major Arcana cards in Arcana Burst, will occur and increase the ranks of your Minor Arcana cards. Collect as many as you can. Okay. Let's be up. Okay. When you've acquired the maximum number of Major Arcana cards possible per expedition, an Arcana Burst will occur, and you can acquire a Minor Arcana card of your choice. During Arcana Burst, ranks of the Minor Arcana cards increase until you leave the abyss of time. Okay. Try activating Arcana Burst as often as possible to collect stronger Minor Arcana cards.
That was great, sister.
Seems like it's relatively the same, to be fair. Oh, wait. These are not the right costumes. There we go. Their battle costumes for Reload are so fucking good. Oh my god. Yeah, you can combo that up.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time. What next?
Hi, Aki. Nice of you to rejoin us for this fight after bitching out last time.
That was close.
I'll take care of this.
Gonna be hard to build Akis.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
One step at a time.
I still don't get the decision to have him be. He gets his energy up when he buffs people. Oh, we won't give him a buff right out the gate to make that conducive. I don't make sense. It don't make no sense. Make it make sense. Oh fuck! It missed. Like genuinely missed.
Look at you.
I'm ready whenever you are. Stop me, cause I tend to go too far. Watch me, nobody's dropping.
Oh, nope.
Let's finish it! It's a win for the team! Good job, everyone!
Hey. Crazy how that works.
Done.
Stay in the fight, you get XP. Right, Aki?
Wanna check that chest?
Hey.
Oh, there's a treasure chest!
Special chest. The movie water.
You seem capable. But I guess that's to be expected from Aigis' sister.
Of course. Never underestimate us sisters.
Okay.
Seize the initiative. Have to do this. We have the chance to hit first. I won't lose.
Who's gonna win
I'm
this?
still setting up.
I'll take care of
It'll
this.
take a little more time. Focus. This is my You notice there's an enemy down. Got you. You're finished. Well, now's our chance, sister. Everyone, forward. Last one. Let's finish this.
I wonder how we're gonna get access to all of the theurgies for Aigis. Also, I wonder if there's any new ones. Hey, it worked. I still wasn't sure it would. Good job.
Still got it.
As far as stat abilities go... Oh, yeah. Wait. Charm? Kind-hearted. Courage, fearless. Academics needs work. That's funny. I didn't think that menu would even still be there. Magaro at 27. Mazio. Cool attack. Hi, bud. Oh, he's a good boy. I'm just gonna get Marin Karen, really? A woman from Greek mythology said to rival the goddess of beauty herself, she fell in love with Eros, the god of love. After overcoming numerous trials, she was allowed to be with him to become the goddess of the soul. Interesting.
One of those jets.
Prepare for game time. Careful, there's power in numbers. Go for an electric shock. Pull the trigger. I won't lose.
Okay.
The best bet.
That was awesome! And I'm down high? Yes, taking point. I can do this.
Oh!
What's the best move? This is my What is optimal? Fight us to One enemy knocked out by Aigis. Persona, engage! One enemy knocked out by Aigis. I can take care of this. Standing off.
Trouble. I'll take care of this. Caesar.
Good one! Knocked an enemy down!
Here we go.
Good fight!
Don't pull any punches.
Ammunition loaded. Put me at Right about this. No shadows detected.
All right.
Went off without a hitch. Let's get going.
I'll just say in advance, because I don't know how this is gonna work, and evidently getting save points are relatively far from each other. Well, next time we get a save, or rather are able to go out and save, I'm gonna call it. Because it is 3:15, much as I hate to say it. And I don't know how long it'll be till I get the next one. So, you know. We're winding down. Of course, I have to get to a save point first. Or maybe die. If I die, I guess I'm not gonna do all this again. We'll have to figure that out tomorrow.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time. Alright, here I go. And with this,
Adding limit breaks was the best idea ever. Also, yeah, it didn't even occur to me to call them limit breaks when I first played it. But yeah, they're absolutely limit breaks.
You take it from here. Taking action. 22 left. You got this. Morpheus. Work it easy, sister. That's it. I'm ready to go.
Ready whenever.
It's up to you. Understood. Citizen energy output is rising. All enemies defeated. Good work out there.
Because I've got a little bit of that yawn energy in me right now, so I should probably get sleeping relatively soon.
Okay, let's be on our way.
But I need to, like, you know, actually save first.
Found it. Should we go back?
Well, speak of the devil. Yes, we should. Okay. Hey, bud. I need you to sit up for a sec. Oh, I'm sorry. I know. Oh. Let me pop my meds, and then we'll go ahead and wind this down. Sorry, I'm not going to talk before they're in me. I'll talk after that. But I know, I'm sorry. I had to move you. So rude. All right. So, So, like I said, I'm heading to bed. A couple things to understand before as we go forward is while I pretty much did crazy nonstop streaming when we did the original run, and to be fair, I'm still going to be doing that. I will not be streaming right away in the morning. Believe me, it hurts me just as much as it hurts you, if not more. I have a couple of things I need to handle tomorrow. There's a possibility of a short session too, then a break around 4 or 5ish, then maybe coming back later and doing more, and then I'll go pretty much the night from there. But I do have things I actually have to do. You know, it's not just sitting around all day. As you might think, I do actually have real life things to deal with now. So yeah, I won't be streaming right away, but I will be streaming a majority of the day tomorrow. We'll get a lot of this in. Clearly, this is going to be slow going because we're going to get our ass kicked along the way. I wouldn't have it any other way. This is really great so far. This is a really, really great addition. And yeah, I'm just super happy to be back with these characters and happy to be gliding around, seeing what we can do. Let's preemptively make one change. With Kennen. We'll have Kennen tomorrow. Yeah, I'm super excited to be doing this. Just being back here is so nice. Having a version of this that is in the reload style is also just really great because the answer has been contentious for a long time, and I think already I can tell people are going to be probably a lot happier with this version of it. Plus, there's no baggage, because like the last time anybody could touch a version of the answer, not including the PS3, and I think a lot of people probably did not play it on PS3, the series popped off hardest long after the PS3. I think most people have never touched this. So, like, especially the modern fan base. So I think I have a feeling they'll be a lot kinder to it than they used to be. And so far, lots of good reason to be kinder. But yeah. Oh, hi, bud. Hello. I know. We're gonna go night-night now. We're gonna go sleepy night-night. But yeah. This has been a nice little session one. I'm just blown away that they did a midnight release. I did not expect that. I did not expect to be playing this tonight. I thought it would be late tomorrow at best. That was unexpected. But yeah, all right. We did 2 hours. Well, really, we did 3. According to the progress chart thing on the activity thing, we're barely in it. We barely started. Apparently, there's. Oh, now the help thing actually says. Now the help thing actually says how many. Well, it tells you how many floors there are. There are 15 floors of this current block. Interesting. Okay. Anyway, that was the first session. Obviously, this is not going to be a giant 100-ish hour epic unless I just completely get my ass kicked in ridiculous ways over and over again. Which, maybe I will. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna do the whole thing, no matter how many retries it takes. And yeah, I have nothing but good things to say, and I'm happy to be back. I will see y'all tomorrow whenever I get around to getting back on this. I'll also, well, I should probably mention this tomorrow as well, but I'll mention that the internet here is not as great as it used to be. It was not. I'm using the building's kind of sort of communal internet, and it does its best. It's better later at night when less people are using it, but early days, if you look at the Astro streams, you'll notice there's a couple of points where it becomes a little argumentative, let's say. So some of these streams could randomly end and abruptly end, at which point I will kick back up on. I've sort of gravitated to calling them like session 2.1 or 2.2 or 2.5 if it's just a series of stream breakages. But largely I will try and keep the streams consistent in that manner. But yeah. Stuff like that. If a stream doesn't end by me talking and deliberately saying, hey, I'm ending the stream now, I'll be back in a bit, then I would consider that the same session. And boy, do I hate having these things broken up before I want them to be. But it is what it is. I can't really change it at this point in time. Man, this game looks so good. Like, being able to just look at it right now, it's so... yeah. Okay. That was the first session of episode Aigis, The Answer. And I will see... yeah, that's fine. I will see y'all tomorrow when we get back to this. Yeah. I'm pumped. I'm pumped to be back. I'm excited. And yeah. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.